Hi guys, I'm back. I just wanted to do a check-in real quick. I hope you all had an amazing holiday. We had a nice holiday here. My mom flew in from Philly and was here for the week, so that was good. Wanted to check in though because I've been receiving messages, which is amazing. How am I doing? What's going on? When is my surgery date? Which is so awesome, and I'm so thankful. I have neighbors that are setting up a meal train for my surgery. Just unbelievable, like the compassion that everyone has had for me, and I'm so thankful. And I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful for all of you for reaching out. So, again, wanted to give an update. Things have changed since the last time I spoke with you guys. So you know that I was at Mayo Clinic, was set to have surgery, was waiting for my surgery date. I think that's where I left off last. I have decided to switch to MD Anderson here in Jacksonville. And that's not because I had a horrible experience at Mayo Clinic, because I didn't. They were amazing. They made the process so smooth for me. I was really happy there. The only thing that I had concerns about was the plastic surgery team. Knowing friends and family who have gone through this process with reconstruction after radiation, because obviously the radiation changes your skin elasticity, and then you're reconstructing the breast area, so it can lead to complications. So I just decided that I wanted to start with the best plastic surgery team I could find. So after researching on my own, I found Dr. Desai, who's here in Jacksonville, but unfortunately is not out of Mayo. He's with MD Anderson. So that's the only way that I could get to him. So I decided to start the process at MD Anderson. I had to go through all of their doctors in order to get to the plastic surgery team. So right before Christmas, Ray and I met with Dr. Beth. I think Lesnikowski, but everyone calls her Dr. Beth. She is the head of the breast center at MD Anderson, and she will be the breast surgeon that I will have. She met with us for 2 hours. That first appointment, which was amazing. She started from the beginning all the way to the end and explained everything over again to Ray and I, and said that she wanted to set us up with our future appointments after the holidays, so January 7th with 6th and 7th. First with the radiation oncologist, and then on the 7th I met with Dr. Desai, the plastic surgeon, then the oncologist, Dr. Crozier, and then I saw Dr. Beth at the end of those appointments. So I was happy. I was nervous because I was so happy with Mayo Clinic and the doctors there. I was nervous to switch and how was I going to like them, but I was very happy with her the first visit. So Christmas comes, I had weeks off from doctor's appointments, but I was like nervously awaiting these new appointments this week. So Monday I met with Dr. A, the radiation doc. He was awesome, explained the radiation process, explained that that wouldn't come until everything else is finished, so that's at the end of my treatment. I think he said I would have to go every day for 5 to 6 weeks for radiation. But like I said, that's at the end. So then the next day I had the full day of appointments. met with Dr. Desai, went over my reconstruction plan. He was great. He was knowledgeable. I felt totally confident and relieved that I liked him. So that was that. Now this whole time, he said he was going to get with Dr. Beth about the surgery date because they were thinking the end of January, the same as Mayo Clinic was. I just didn't have a date because she wanted me to meet with Desai first before the date. So he said, I'll talk to Dr. Beth, you know, end of January, beginning of February, which is what I had been planning on. So through this Christmas break, I had been like nesting, like I was having a child. Ripping my house apart, organizing. I have lists of things I wanted to buy before the surgery just because I knew I was going to be out of commission for at least a few weeks. So it was very strange, like this whole nesting thing. So surgery, so like it was replaying in my mind. And I will admit, once Christmas passed, because I was so focused on Christmas and making that normal, as soon as that passed, the anxiety started setting in. I wasn't sleeping because as soon as I would lay down, I would start thinking about the surgery. I never had surgery before. Just like anxiety once Christmas was over. So that was just to give you a background about what I was thinking, like totally preparing for the surgery. Met with Desai, went to next door in another room, and then Dr. Crozier came in, the oncologist. She sat down and started talking and said, you know, I really looked into your scans, all the testing that Mayo sent over, and they also had a team meeting about me that morning, the whole team. And she said, I would like to do chemo first. And I was like, what? She said, I want to do chemo first before surgery. And just explain that since it was in my lymph node and looking at my lymph node on the film or whatever she was looking at, she said that the lymph node was completely black or engulfed with the tumor. Evidently, maybe it can only be a speck of tumor in it, but she said that mine was completely cancerous. And that, you know, we don't know how long it's been like that because we have no way to know. And that she wanted to douse me with chemo because it's been circulating through my lymphatic system for who knows how long. And my PET scans are clear and everything, but she said she wants to keep it that way. So she wants to shrink whatever's in there, especially on the lymph node, and possibly be able to save more lymph nodes than we would be able to if we didn't do chemo first. So that was completely shocking. I said, well, when, you know, you want to do chemo first, when? And she said, probably in about 7 to 10 days. I said, okay, so you're recommending chemo first and then surgery. So she said, yes, that's what I am recommending. I want to get the chemo in you and shrink it, like I said. She also said that she would grade the cancer higher than Mayo did. Mayo actually never told me a stage. They told me they really don't stage it until after your surgery when they see it and know more. But she said they staged it at a 2, which is understandable because it's in my lymph node. I didn't think it would be a stage 1. But she said it would be like a 2 to 3, like whatever. I'm not gonna get stuck on numbers either. I refuse to do that. but I'm just giving you background about why she would want to do the chemo first. So she was great though. She spent an hour with us. She went over the type of chemo I'm going to have. It's going to be AC and then the T, it's called, at the end. It's going to be for 5 months. I don't remember the amount of rounds. I just remember her saying 5 months. I want to say 16 rounds. I'm not sure. I'm going to go in every other week for the AC part. And then at the end, when they add the T, I don't know the names of the meds, that will be every week. And that's not as strong, I've heard. It has its own side effects, but the T part isn't as bad as the AC part, which they call the Red Devil. So, Jesus Christ, they're calling it that. I'm like, no. So anyway, I'm going to be getting chemo. I knew I was going to have to get chemo, but when you're so type A and planner, and I'm getting the house ready for surgery, and surgery's coming in 2-3 weeks, and she totally just like pulled the rug out. I did not even see it coming. There was no warning, nothing. So it was hard. When she left that room, I almost had an anxiety attack. Ray had to calm me down. My chest was tightening. It was just not good. It's not good to change a plan for a type A person. Got myself together though before Dr. Beth came in. Dr. Beth agreed. She was fine with the change in plan. So she just told me to get in contact with her when I'm like 8 weeks into chemo. We'll set a surgery date. So it's going to be the chemo till the summer, and then the surgery, and then the radiation, and then I'll have to have another surgery for the implants at the very, very end. So that's the change. That's what's happening now. I go in Wednesday for my port placement. That's how they'll deliver the chemotherapy. So that's Wednesday. And then that Tuesday, I will have my first chemo session. So that's fun. So that's my update. No surgery. Probably not until the summertime. So I just have to get through this chemo, which doesn't sound fun, but they have tons of meds to help now with the symptoms. It's not how it used to be, they tell me. So maybe I'll keep you posted through my chemo journey, just so you can see how I'm doing. And again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or anything, or want to chat. So that's it. I hope you all have a nice weekend. I'm glad it's the weekend and this week is over. So I will pop on soon.